Okay, the next question is about try 14 on page 134, and I will be explaining A. The topic here is simultaneous linear equations with two unknown. Okay, so importantly, we have got two equations which we must solve at the same time. That is why we call it simultaneous equations. Okay, so this one is quite easy, and we would use the elimination method because the coefficient of B is the same value. It is 5, okay, or in both cases -5. If that is the case, then we will just simply add or subtract the two equations. Okay, now important, if you have the same signs in front of the same coefficient, then you must subtract the one equation from the other one. So I will now call this equation equation 1, and I will call this equation equation 2. So I will now subtract the second equation from the first equation. If the signs are the same, then you must subtract. If the signs are opposite, then you will add. And you will understand just now why. So what I'm going to do, people, I got now A and A, which are like terms. So those I can now subtract. So 3A minus 4A gives me a remainder of A or 1A. Okay. Then if I have -5 minus -5, then this becomes 0. Okay, so there is no more a B. That's why we call it the elimination. We have eliminated B. We got rid of B. That's what it means. Okay, then we have the equal sign, and then we have -3 minus 1, which is -4. I just realized, people, this is -1 now. Sorry for making the mistake. I repeat here, 3 minus 4 gives me -1A. Okay? B I got rid of, that's why we call it the elimination method. So when you look at what you have now, you got the value for A. Except that we don't like to express that as a negative. Therefore, we must now multiply the whole equation by -1. Because if I multiply -1 by -1, I get a positive A, and we always want to express the variable as a positive. Okay, but then again, you must be fair. So what you do on the left, you must do on the right, meaning I must multiply -4 times -1, which gives me a positive 4. So I have now got a value for A. Now to find the value for B is really easy. You take one of the two equations, doesn't matter which one. So let's take 1 minus 5B equals -3. And now you substitute the 4 that you have calculated into your equation. So now we have 3. In place of A, you will write 4 minus 5B equals -3. So 3 times 4 is 12 minus 5B equals -3. So now we want to find B, people, meaning we must get rid of the 12. Okay. Now importantly, the 12 is positive. So you take it over by minus. Then on the left hand side, you've got -5B left over. On the right hand side, you got -3 minus 12, which gives you -15. Okay, now we must still get rid of the -5 here. But importantly, people, there is a multiplication between -5 and B. So on the right hand side, you will use divided by -5. which on the left-hand side leaves b, and then on the right-hand side, negative 15 divided by negative 5 will give me a positive 3. So now I got a value for A and I got a value for B, people, and I have solved these two equations. Now the last step we do with simultaneous equation always is, is the check. Okay? And the check is really quite easy. You take one of the two equations. So let's use the second one now, which is 4a minus 5b equals 1. And I will substitute my a with 4. So instead of a, I will write 4. And I will substitute my b with 3. So instead of b, I will write 3. Okay? And then I've got the 4 still there, then the minus and the 5. Now I will calculate this left-hand side, people. 4 times 4 is 16, minus 5 times 3 is 15. And 16 minus 15 is 1. And if you look at your right-hand side, people, you've got 1. So, when you done the check and your left-hand side value and your right-hand side value are the same, then you know that your answers that you calculated, A and B in this case, are correct. If you get anything else than 1 on the left-hand side, then you know that your calculation of the two variables, somewhere there is a mistake. Okay, I want you to try doing this now, okay, because solving simultaneous equations is really important.